This is your meditation. This is your moment to shut down the external world and to connect with your internal world. This is your moment to tap into your intuition, your body, your guides, your higher self. You can gently close your eyes. You can ground yourself. You can create a sphere of protection. Always recommended when doing any kind of energetic work like reading cards, tapping into cards. Okay, just take 3 deep, long breaths in. Pause this video if you need to. If you're ready, you can open your eyes and pick the pile that attracts you the most, the one that resonates or the one that you are attracted to. And then click on the timestamps down below. Let's begin. Hello, my group ones. This is your bi-weekly forecast. Basically, for the next 2 weeks, everything you need to know. The way I operate, I read what you need to know, where is it all going. I pull an overall energy, so an archetype for the next 2 weeks, and then we end it with some oracle cards. So let's just get right into it. There is a message. You guys have chosen the Turisan, Static Force Defense. And we will talk about that towards the end. And you have actually chosen the Emerald Raw piece as well, now that I think about it. I almost forgot about these stones. Check out just the different meanings, the metaphysical meanings of emerald. Oh man, let's just move these. Or maybe this is a stone that you've been attracted to. So do work with it, meditate with it, or just look up the properties and seeing if that stone has something to offer you. Okay? So this time around, I decided to go with an oracle to know what we need to know for the next 2 weeks. And you have chosen a new life. I absolutely love that for you, because a new life is all about new beginnings, fresh new starts. I kind of feel like you've been in doubts. You felt like, well, actually two new things, huh? There's like 2 different energies that I'm feeling. So the first one is that you've been in doubt, that something new wasn't on its way, that you felt stagnant. This is your confirmation that things are going to move forward, and that something new will begin. Something probably that you were working on, or something that you made a wish once upon a time that you desired, something that you strongly desired. So there's that energy, and there's also the energy of that you're just in a good place right now, that you know something's going to give birth. This could be a literal birth. As you can see, she's coming out of an egg. Maybe some of you are pregnant and you have decided, or just have been more mentally prepared for this birth. Like you're kind of excited for it. All I know is it's an extremely good omen. And we can actually look in the oracle book just to see if there's anything else that this card could provide. And so this is going to be what's lingering in the next 2 weeks. This is the overall energy. So the fact that you have a new life as the overall energy in for the next 2 weeks, to me, it just says that a lot of new potential is on its way. A lot of new opportunities are on your way. A lot of new ideas are coming to your way. And it's just a question of getting out of your way. Just a question of calming the mind so you can see these opportunities, not being focused by all the things that you can't stand, or the things that have troubled you, or the problems at the moment. Because when you see only problems, you'll only continue seeing problems. The solutions only happens when you actually start asking the appropriate questions in terms of, okay, this is happening, this is the problem. How can I actually find a solution for this? What is the solution for this, right? 39. Here we go. Birth of a new idea, growth opportunities, a breath of fresh air, life renewing itself. The Oracle's message: when spring awakens the world, joy and excitement can be felt all around and in your very core. Blossoms burst from trees overnight, birds return home and sing their glorious song, and nature is full of promise. Miracles beacon all of us. This is one of those times in your life when new ideas inspire you and new opportunities bring you hope for seeing your dreams come true. All is well in your world, and you have the energy you need to feel renewed. Allow your heart to fill with enthusiasm. Let your light shine, for this is a time of good fortunes. And it does give me that feeling of the fortune, like the Wheel of Fortune. I feel like the wheel is going to turn in your benefits. I feel like some of you have been working on the law of attraction, LOA, but also you've been just more focused on the things that bring you joy than the opposites, which is really helping raise your frequency, raise your vibration. Okay, what do we need to know and where is it all going? So, what do we need to know? And where is it all going? So over here we have the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is doubt. It's interesting because I feel like doubt has been coming up a lot for me this week. Le Fils de l'eau, sensualité. So to me, this is the page. Actually, no, it's the Knight, if I'm not mistaken. So it's the Knight of Cups. Knight of Cups. And these two are in reverse. And then we have the Nine, Le Neuf de la Terre, Nine of Pentacles, accumulations. And then where this is all going, Page of Cups, reverse, the Lovers, and then the Sun reversed. So I feel like a big period of doubt is finally coming to an end. I feel like whatever you were afraid of in terms of love, relationships, maybe self-love, you're kind of getting over it right now, and you are starting to see the abundance. You're actually starting to appreciate and feeling more grateful for everything that you do have. For some of you that are still in the darkness, still feeling the pain, I feel like you will be having guidance. You have 3 crows over here. And it's just a question of opening up and accepting these guidances. It might not be what you want to hear, but it will make sense in the long run if you do apply these guidances. And I'm sensing for a lot of you, you're kind of realizing that whatever happened, if this was a relationship of some sort that came to an end, you're realizing that it was all for the good. And for those who still haven't realized it, you will eventually see it for yourself. There was a lot of love, there was a lot of potential, but at the end of the day, it wasn't the healthiest, whether you could see it or not. And time will tell you all, like it will tell you eventually what parts. Don't dwell in the details. Yeah, just don't dwell in the details. When we get lost in the details, we spiral down and then we forget. We almost tend to lose ourselves, right? In the details. We tend to forget what we do have. But I feel like you're coming out of that cycle. You're coming out of that phase, coming out of that lesson that needed to be learned. Because you're heading here, like this is, I mean, this is the Nine of Pentacles. This is the most, one of the, this is like the abundant card. So where does this all going? I feel like for some of you, there's going to be a lack of trust, especially in terms of love. If this was for you, a love relationship. But it will bring a sense of harmony. I feel like you're balancing out two sides. Like this will bring a balancing, a harmonizing between your heart and your mind. It will bring in just light. Like you see the sun over here. The light is going to shine within you and everything's going to make sense if it still doesn't make sense. Or you're just finally going to accept your own light, the one that has been wanting to shine within you for a very long time, and it's been maybe a little hindering because of all your doubts, whether it's with this relationship or past relationships. I feel like you're slowly going to release and let go of all of that. There's definitely a transformation. Dragonflies are symbols of transformation. If I'm not mistaken, they come out of their shell and their cocoon just like butterflies. And there's something in terms of something religious that you're starting, maybe something more ritual. You're incorporating daily rituals that has been helping you to move forward these doubts, and more specifically move forward with the pain. Whatever you're doing, keep doing it and even amplify it. Like get yourself, go to the forest, cut some roses, cut some flowers, and bring that bouquet at home, right? What's nicer than wild roses, wild flowers on your kitchen table? I'm wondering what the sun over here. For those who haven't really been seeing their abundance, with this sun in reverse right underneath it, it's because there's still a little bit of shadow work left to do. There's still a little bit of healing that needs to be done before you can actually start seeing the accumulation, appreciating what you do have. But for those that are moving forward and are sensing this new life, this new beginning, the sun is usually positive, whether it's upright or reverse, right? So what's coming to mind is you're starting, where's the word I'm looking for? You are, you're making the good out of the bad is what I'm getting here. Like you're turning shit into fertilizer. In other words, you're starting to incorporate that philosophy, that ritual, and that's like the ultimate alchemy, when you're able to take all the shit that's happened to you and turn it into fertilizer, something that's going to help you become this beautiful, incredible, savage flower that only blooms, you know, in these specific fertile, very fertile, shitty fertile situations. But you have to allow that to actually happen. It's like, I've been very appreciative of comedians because they have no filter. And that's the whole point of comedy, is that there is no filter. You're not supposed to take anything personal. It's supposed to be like just an open mic where you can just talk and laugh and nothing's off the books. And I, wow, just saw a beautiful red cardinal just sitting there in front of the wire, in front of this window. I have never seen that before. So look up the symbolism of a red cardinal. And it just looks so serene. Like I feel like you're going to be spreading your wings, just seeing from bird eyes, right? A bird eyes view. Overall, this is a beautiful, beautiful reading, my group ones. I really, really hope this resonates. Let me know in the comment section below if any of this so far has resonated. We're going to go now to your oracle. So seeing beyond basically goes back to everything I was saying about the cardinal and the bird's eye view and just turning shit into fertilizer and just seeing things for what they are instead of taking it personally, taking it for something that's being done to you. You know, facts, observations versus subjective opinions and subjective, emotionally driven, emotionally energized points of view, right? And then you had the blood dance. We're gonna read what these mean directly from the guidebook, but to me, the blood dance and with this beautiful shades of green and red, just basking in the sun, it's like it reminds me that it makes me feel like you are going to just let go of the old, let go and shed what no longer serves you through the rhythm of your own dance, dancing at your own rhythm, actually. Let's see what this one has to say. Number 3642. Maybe these are significant numbers to you. Seeing beyond. Do you consider things only within the framework of what you already know? Or can you allow yourself to see beyond, into the vastness of potential, where we are all gifted with a magical ability to of imagination. And when we open it up, we become a conduct for a divine vision greater than our own. There are two ways to view the world and co-create with it. One is from a face value perspective. What you see is what you get. The second is allowing your imagination to see beyond what something is right and now and move into a place that doesn't yet exist in the material world. So moving beyond what is there towards what could be, right? In this cosmic playground of possibilities, you see into a future where anything you imagine has the potential to become real. If you use your imagination faithfully and consciously, avoiding the traps of fearful production and drama, you can connect to any reality you truly want to experience. When you open yourself even further, you are often gifted with a divine vision. As a practice, you can reimagine what vision over and over to strengthen it. As you channel these visions through you, you became a superconductor for the world. Today, know that your vision, what you imagine forming in the invisible, will be delivered into the material world. Don't worry about the timing of things. That is in the hands of the universe. Your job is to continue to imagine, take a few steps forward, then imagine some more. The universe's job is to make it real. What a fabulous partnership. Very interesting. So this goes back to what I was saying about some of you are practicing the law of attraction. And it's a daily practice. It's like brushing your teeth. You need to do it every single day. This is like to me, a confirmation. Keep doing it. Like it said, take a step forward and then vision. Take another step forward and then vision some more. So the blood dance, 42. The heart craves life and the blood responds. In relationships to each other, life happens. The desire and the action, the movement of cycles, drawing in and letting go, rushing to the center and pushing far away to the extremities. It is a cycle of relationship dancing between self and others into oneness and into individuality. So it is with human beings in relationships with each other and with human beings and the divine essence. Sometimes the heart of God feels so close, it's as though our own inner passion is the very blood rushing through it. Then we journey far, bringing our nourishment to where it is needed, to those who are cold and lonely, to the farthest reaches of our own dark self, that we may, if very brave, dare to love completely, though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center. Then, let me say it again. Though we can be lonely for the warmth of the center, them, craving that feeling of being at home, soon enough, we are called back to the core of the divine heart, and the cycle continues. Remember that you are always in the dance of life. You are never apart from the divine. It is just that sometimes in our nature, in our natural flow, it is easier to feel the divine presence than other times. Yet you're always the blood connected to the heart. This oracle brings you confirmation that you are connected to the divine source, to all of it. If you're experiencing a phase of feeling cut off from yourself, from your body, from another, or from the divine, even from your own feelings, spiritual connection, or intuition, we reassure you that this is temporary and part of the cycle of life itself. Soon as connection shall return with even greater warmth and nourishment, welcoming you home again with great love. If you feel you have been journeying in life and fear that you have lost your way, do not trouble yourself, precious soul. You are never far from the divine heart and will always be called home. That is a beautiful message for all of those that still don't feel like there's a new life coming. You are not far from it. You're never too far from the heart of the divine. I think that's like a beautiful mantra that you can apply. You're never far away, even if you feel that you've strayed, or you feel like that you're not connecting, whether it's with this person or with yourself or with your intuition. You're never far away from the divine, meaning you're never far away from who you truly are, and you're never far away from your body. I mean, we're literally in our bodies, right? Never too far from intuition. That is all I have for you today, my group ones. I really hope this has resonated. I really hope that this is something that has helped you. If so, let me know down in the comment sections below. This is something that encourages me to move forward with these pick a card readings, and although not necessary, but I really do appreciate them, every single one. Thank you for all those who have been following me since the beginning. I see you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I thank your guides. Hello, and thank you to everybody that's new, that has just arrived in this channel. You are welcome anytime you'd like. And that is all. Have a beautiful 2 weeks, you incredible souls. Hello, group twos. Welcome to your bi-weekly pick a card reading by yours truly, Katarina. The way I operate is very simple. I read the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, what we need to know, where is it all going, and then I end with oracles. I think that's it. That's all you really need to know. These are timeless videos, so if you're watching this right now, you probably need to hear this at this very moment, or there's probably some messages, maybe not all. Remember, your guiding system is the only guiding system you should be following. And yeah, you guys have chosen the Urus. Strength, determination is the keywords to this rune. I was going to read the runes, but I think it's just better if you guys, I think a little homework is always good. So you can always look this rune up and see what it has in stores for you, what kind of messages. That, and also the beautiful desert rose that was associated with this pile. Desert rose, just to give you a little hint, is usually connecting with your higher self. It could also be in terms of love. Yeah, check it out, see what messages it has. You can look for the metaphysical reasons or the symbolism of that stone and this rune. So we'll begin right away. Again, that's Uruz. So you actually had 2 overall energies. I really felt drawn, and this time around I actually did it with oracles. You have Yin and clean it up. Clean it up is actually in reverse over here. Yin means go with the flow. It's time to just go with the natural flows of life. You might not even know what that flow is, and that's what I'm getting here. It's that you don't really know what your flow is. You don't really know how to go with the flow, or if you do know how to go with the flow, there's things that have been in your way, and that's where to clean it up. You've been resistant. You have probably a lot of things in your house. Things are not really organized properly, and this could actually create a scattered mind, and therefore we might think we're going with the flow, but we're actually going with the scatterness of our minds, right? The scatterness of the flow that is externally driven, if that makes sense. We will read the messages. So this is like the overall energy of the next weeks, meaning that it's going to be very important for you to clean up your environment, and also probably your body. This could refer to maybe eating a little healthier. There's probably, you've been talking about this for a while, and that too could really inhibit this yin flow, because our body is so overwhelmed with cleaning up and detoxing that it can't really go with that flow. You're not in, or in, like you are not present with that flow, because your body is actually removing all the toxins, and then your flow is kind of skewed. It's kind of all over the place. And also your mental mind as well, your mental body. Meditation is probably something that's going to be very important for you. These are all things that need to be looked at least, being present with at least, work towards, because if not, we're never going to be truly able to sense our intuition. We probably will, but it's going to be very slightly there versus it's being very apparent. And it might actually guide us in the wrong direction, because if our body is all in the whole detox mode, it can't really tell you, it could be tampered and biased, basically, is where I'm going. What kind of example could I give you? Like, I'll try to give you an example. If anybody has a better example, let me know in the comment section below. But like, you feel like you want to wear the color yellow shirt, for example, but then you see everybody that's wearing a red shirt, and then all of a sudden, I feel like wearing a red shirt. So it's just like, if you don't calm the mind, if you don't clean up the mind clutter, if you don't clean up your environment, if you don't clean up the system that's getting you to move, getting you to think, and I'm talking about your body at this moment, you might be manipulated left to right because your body is kind of not balanced, right? So yin, number 2. This is a time of calculated receptivity as you gracefully await what is coming to you, ready to accept it when it appears. Yin does not involve frozen dreams or even resting, but rather consciously allowing things to flow to you, poised to receive the bounty that will be made available to you. It implies sensitivity as you alertly study the actions of others and contemplate how they will affect you and yours. Remember, you must make space for miracles to appear. Be the shaped, not the shaper, and you'll see how quickly your dream manifests. I also feel that the relationship message might be valuable for some of you. Let others take the lead right now. Your power lies in small gestures, soft awarenesses, and conscious surrender. By yielding the reins, you will find yourself effortlessly moving closer to what you truly desire. Permit others to tell you who they are and who they can be to you by allowing their actions to speak about them. You will be pleasantly surprised. And then we have Clean It Up, 21. And it's in reversed. So we're going to go directly there. It is possible you may be focusing too much on other people right now, trying too hard to be helpful. Does taking on what belongs to others make you feel needed or desired? Perhaps you think it's your calling to relieve people of their burdens, but what is the cost to you and to them? Don't clean up someone else's side of the street. You're not helping by freeing him or her of responsibility. You're also not doing yourself any favor, and you just might be adding an even greater strain. You are loved as you are. You don't need to be needed to be loved. Ooh, those are powerful messages. I hope you got all that. So maybe not focus on other people for the next 2 weeks and really focus on cleaning up your side of the streets, going with your own flow, going with your own internal guidance as well. That could be a direct message for some of you also. So let's dive in with what we need to know. La Mère de l'eau, compassion, so the Queen of Cups, the Eight of Pentacles, le Fils de la Terre, so you have the Knight of Pentacles, confidence, and the Eight of Pentacles is ordre intérieur, internal order, and then you have Temperance, at where this is all going, Three of Cups in reverse, and then the Fool in reverse. Okay, so I feel like some of you might be Cancers. I don't know, I'm getting this Cancer vibe with the Queen of Water, especially with compassion, or you might be in need of some compassion, maybe going to see a mother figure, someone who's been very kind with you, compassionate with you. Right now there is a lot of stability, a lot of order kind of setting in. You've been working on your craft, and it's been blossoming. Like, you're seeing the structures being built. For some of you, I feel like there's a strong male figure that's kind of absent, or there might be a male figure that is not really that is kind of a little bit in doubt. It could be a child, a son, a nephew. It could be just like a coworker that's slightly younger. Like I feel like there is a male figure. I said in one part that it was absent. I'll get to that, but I feel like for some of you, this person is very dear to your heart and you'd like to help them. I think right now you just need to release the strain and go with that flow that the yin is providing you. For others, this male absent might be something you need to heal, maybe a trauma that needs to be looked at still. But overall, what I'm seeing is that you have been working on yourself. You've been working on your environment. You have been taking in also, for some of you, this Queen of Cups, right? You've been catering to your emotions. You've been just acknowledging them, enjoying them, going with the ebbs and flow, and just becoming this queen of your emotions. And queen, I mean, if you're a male, just embodying this easy flow emotional state where we just accept what is. And everything that you have been planting is growing now. I really want to stress that. I really want to accentuate that. So I feel like for some of you, you don't feel like it is coming along. Which brings me to where this is all going. Patience. Patience, patience, patience. Patience with yourself. Patience with your seeds. You know, there's a saying, once you plant something, you don't go and unbury it to see if it's actually growing, right? You have to have trust. Trust in the universe, trust in yourself, trust that you're doing the right thing. And even if you're not, even if you fail, and even if you made a mistake, trust that you'll know an answer or a better way to move forward with it, right? I feel there might be ruptures also, with you being more patient, you being also a little more witchy. I feel like some of you have been trying to embrace this witch side of you. There might be just conflicts of interests over here. I see that with the Three of Cups. So don't be surprised if the next 2 weeks your friend's circle kind of changes, kind of shifts. I feel like some people are going to try to get you to do stuff that is like outside of the seeds that you've planted, stuff that just doesn't resonate with you. And it's just a question of like, just not doing it anymore. Being okay with saying, no, this is not for me at this moment. And just allowing, again, with the yin, allowing things to even flow into these different cycles, right? Because everything comes full circle. Everything is a cycle, especially humans. I feel like some people in your circles have not been very honest with you. This wolf over here kind of makes me think of the whole nursery story about, you know, the big bad wolf that's pretending to be something else to try to eat the grandma. Little Red Riding Hood, that's what it is. Again, this whole witchy vibe I'm getting here. Practice your rituals. I know you have been, whether it's in your bath, whether it's brushing your teeth. You can incorporate rituals with absolutely everything. You know, just incorporating a mantra when you're brushing your teeth is a ritual, right? Lighting up a candle when you start doing your face, washing your face, that is something you're inclined to do, or even in your shower. Those are all rituals. It creates the environment that you want to set for the night, for the day, for the evening. Yeah, everything leading to patience. Don't jump into anything in the next 2 weeks. Really do not jump into anything, especially when in terms of somebody else's business. You know, the grass is not always greener on the other side. The grass is greener where you sow your seeds. Okay? I think for some of you, it's very important that you hear that. In terms of your oracles, you have Guardian of the Soul Family, you have Time Machine, and you have the Sacred Reverence. Time Machine. Interesting. To me, this is telling me that it comes back to the whole patience card, that everything's happening in its own flow, and that time is just but an illusion. Sacred Reverence too. It's a beautiful card. We'll read it directly from the guidebook. We'll start with Time Machine number 3. Oops, wrong guidebook. We rely on stories we inherit from our ancestors, our families, our culture, and the world around us to construct a map of our reality. As we develop new stories in life, we build on those old foundations, repair them when we can, or tear them down to begin again. The best and most powerful traits and experiences of your ancestors are yours to integrate into your life so you don't have to revisit their hardships or rectify their mistakes. You have a magical map with which to navigate your current circumstances. Look to the past for answers now. Ask yourself, In this situation, what can I learn from those who came before me? What traits can I emulate in order to move through this challenge with wisdom? How can I build on what I already know and integrate this understanding? What might I do differently? Sometimes you walk blindly into traps set in the past. Perhaps you couldn't see that you were repeating a pattern until you were well in it. The best course of action there is to rest, practice self-compassion, and make a conscious choice to do something differently next time. Clarity will come. Remember that if you do what you always did, you'll get what you always got. History repeats itself only if you allow it. The most important thing is that you are becoming aware. You can make a difference choice regarding how you respond to life right now. Yes, things can be awkward and uncomfortable as long as old hurts and are revealed and new solutions are attempted. The time is ripe for change, so keep going. Every step is important. Allies will rally, but in the end, you are the one you've been searching for. One day you will remember how your beautiful new story was just around the corner. We're never too far. We're never too far from the divine. We're never too far from it, even if it feels like we're so disconnected. Sacred reverence. Looking at the world, do you see all of life or only a limited part? When you look at a blade of grass, do you see just a plant? When you encounter a puppy, do you see just an animal? While this characterizing is one way of viewing the world, it is only a fraction of the truth. It isn't enough. Look closer and you'll observe the luminosity immanent in these living sentient beings. If you can allow yourself to take in all the world, including its spirits, then you see the world, you see the whole. Reverence is an act of deep witnessing, respect, and awe. You experience it when you perceive every being and everything, every plant, rock, and tree as sacred and alive. You naturally lean into a state of bliss and harmony and a profound sense of well-being. Whatever your dilemma or question, try to reframe your perspective to acknowledge the spiritual. If everything has value, including your most frustrating challenges, would you still ask your question from the same place? Can you regard the other as sacred, thereby erasing the separation between you? Embracing the perfection of how you came together is real magic, and you are tapping into this unity right now. No matter who or what is in front of you, see that person or thing as luminous and your interaction as holy. Then you will know that what to do for the highest good of all. I feel like some of these messages are just for specific people. But they're overall great messages regardless. So, Guardian of the Soul family. We'll read just the guidance part. So, the guidance of this oracle for you is that relationship healing is taking place. Oh, very interesting. In present relationships unfolding, in attracting the right relationships for your future growth, and in leaving behind relationships of the past, kind of goes back with this time machine, with a peaceful heart. Be gentle with your heart, beloved. All is well. I'll read you a little poem. When I open my heart, you cover me with a blanket of love and warm the silence with your caress. Words unspoken say it all as we become more than we are alone. That's from Journey of Love. And that is all I have for you today, my group twos. I really hope this has resonated. Let me know if it has down in the comment section below. Let me know if there's any clarifications that you want with anything. I could pull a specific card just for you. Thank you so much for everyone who's been following me for this on this long journey so far. Thank you for everybody new that has found me. Thank you for allowing me to take part in your journey called life. And I will see you in the next 2 weeks. Enjoy them, please. Ciao. Hello, group threes. Welcome to bi-weekly tarot pick a card forecast. This is good for the next 2 weeks. Doesn't matter when you're watching this, there's probably a message in it for you. The way I operate, I do the overall energy for the next 2 weeks, what we need to know, and then where is it all going. Finish off with oracle cards. We're just gonna get right into it. You chose the Roido rune card. The actual, just a description, word description is movement and travel. Maybe you guys are already traveling or you're about to travel. If I'm mistaken, this is like a protective symbol as well for travelers, but I've decided that this is going to be something, a little homework. I think is always good. Look up Raido, it's an R shape, and see what other messages it has for you. Maybe there's something specific in it just for you. And while you're at it, you can also look up the blue obsidian. Obsidian is one of my favorite stones. This is the raw version. This is the one that was associated with your deck, so maybe there's a message in it for you as well. You can just look up metaphysical symbolism of the blue obsidian. So let's start with your overall energy. Building blocks. Beautiful. So we're going to read from the guidebook as well, but my overall, the first sense, the first description, the first feelings that I'm getting for this is that you've been building a foundation. You've been building it for quite some time, quite a while right now. And I feel like you're starting to see where this is all heading, where this is all going. And it's beautiful. I don't know why. I feel like there's something incredible that is going to unfold, especially in these next 2 weeks. Just keep building the foundation, keep building the blocks, and keep believing in yourself. I think that's very important, especially when you're building anything, right? Believe in yourself, trust in the universe, trust in the overall energies that are around you. 28, here we go. Strong foundations, a beautiful work in progress. So you have everything you need to cultivate an extraordinary life. This is a time when your focus needs to be on the foundations you build upon. Your work, your relationships, and your very being are underwritten by your values, ethics, morals, and core beliefs. Are they still true for you? Will they stand the test of time and serve as a solid grounding upon which you construct your life? Now you are making changes that will affect everything in a positive way. Your destiny is truly remarkable and beautiful, and a beautiful design. Oh, interesting. So for some of you, it's time to question what your core beliefs are and if they're in alignment with the foundation that you've been establishing. And it's very good to do this once in a while. Maybe you're in that period where it's very necessary because things don't feel right. So the building blocks are pushing you and inviting you actually into seeing if your values are in alignment with your actions, seeing if your values are in alignment with your life, whether it's work, family, friendships, relationships, are they all in alignment? And I like to tell you how you'll know, but you'll see it right away. If your value is, for example, family, but then all you do is work, you don't even have time to go meet someone, well, that value is not really in alignment with the foundation that you want to establish. And even if, and let's say you value and your core values are family, but then you're never with your family because you're always working to provide, well, it's not really in alignment with this very core belief which is family. And that means spending time with your family, seeing them grow, catering to their needs, enjoying their presence, right? So that's just one example, but it could be anything. So it's the next 2 weeks is if you're already established and you already see the building blocks and you've already asked and you've already evaluated your values and your beliefs, and if they're in alignment, then keep building, keep doing. If you feel like it's time to do that, now is the time. This next 2 weeks are really inviting you to do that. It's I feel like you're already doing it. You've already been questioning yourself, and it's just a question of moving forward and continuing with that. Now, what we need to know. La Mère de la Terre, so the Queen of Pentacles. Sollicitude, I'm not sure what that means. The Eight of Swords, interference, interférence, so it's like interference. Le Père de la Terre, wow, you have the Queen of Pentacles and the King of Pentacles. One is sollicitude and the other one's fiabilité. I'm gonna have to double check what sollicitude means. And where this is all going, the Moon card, Ace of Swords in reverse, and the Queen of Wands in reverse. I feel like for some of you, there's interference between a couple, like you're in a couple, but there's interference, whether it's mental, whether it's if it's true interference, doubts, if they're real doubts or just illusion, just learned behaviors that you've picked up in the past. But I feel like it's more your vibe. If you're this female energy, or if you're not this female energy, it has something to do with this female energy. They have a tendency of maybe thinking too much. I mean, the person over here, the male, the masculine, more masculine person over here, they're reliable. It's just they might not be able to express themselves as well, express their emotions, express themselves in a way, and it's like creating a very hard communication. Like there's just, you guys are not able to understand each other's needs because you're not able to voice each other's needs and the feelings that are attached to these needs. I would definitely recommend Marshall Rosenberg's Nonviolent Communication. It's a book. It's beautiful. He actually has a workshop out on YouTube as well. You have, I think, session 1 to 10 or 11, and it really tells you a play-by-play on how to vocalize specific needs or identify specific needs to better help the communication and better strengthen the bond between two people. I feel like for some of you, it's going to lead to a breakup, or this has already led to a breakup. And again, it doesn't have to be relationship, love. It could be in a work environment. Maybe it might lead to you losing a job or quitting a job as well. All I know is that this is happening right now as we speak, or it's going to happen within this week. Like that's the energies here is what we need to know right now. Where this is all going, a lot of internal reflecting. The Moon card is all about, okay, this is happening. What is inside me? What is vibrating within me that it's creating, or that I'm not able to perceive the truth or the lesson or the next step or the next action. It's what needs to be uncovered. And where this is all going is that things will be uncovered as soon as you sit down with yourself, as soon as you stop looking at the problem and start going within. And this could be just going for walks. This could be asking empowering questions like, what is the lesson that I need to learn in this situation, instead of saying, why always me? and pointing the fingers, right? Let's start pointing the fingers back at ourselves. How are we contributing to this situation? If it's something that you want to rectify, or if this is something that you want to heal, or if this is something that you'd like to repair, then it's very, very important to see how we have contributed, because at the end of the day, we will be contributing in one way or another. Now, if this is a toxic relationship, by all means, don't feel like you need to re-engage with this person. I'm kind of feeling like some of you might be like a toxic relationship, whether it's one-sided or the other, or both-sided. You'll know who you are. For some of you, I feel like it's really just a mix, like a miscommunication. You guys are just not able to communicate well. Once again, like I said, each other's needs, because we're not programmed to do that, and then explain the actions to take or the solutions to help not strengthen these needs, but to then satisfy is not the right word, but I think it's the closest one I could find right now. So satisfy these needs, or at least get them met. That's what I'm looking for, to get these needs met. I feel like if you do not take the time to do the internal work, the internal analyze, and to really, really see how you have contributed for those who is in toxic relationships, I feel like you will become like this Queen of Wands, this very bitchy, or maybe the other person is going to become this Queen of Wands, which is usually just a total bitch. Like, she's the bitchiest out of all of them when she's reversed, because she's the most passionate, she's the most fiery, right? Fiery spirits. So she's the most explosive. I do see light though. I do see that for some of you, you will learn how to communicate a little better. I don't feel like this relationship is going to get fixed, because the Ace of Swords is reversed. Had it been upright, I would have sensed more like the leaning towards new beginning in communication, but because it's reversed, I do not feel like it will. I feel like it will be a nice attempt. It's going to be a good practice. But I feel like right now, whatever this relationship is, it needs time. And don't expect much in the next 2 weeks. This next 2 weeks should be focused on yourself. I feel like there might be a message in it for some of you who have been leaning towards getting group 1. I feel like there might be another message in there for you. But I do see some kind of light. Sunflower seeds for me is always like the sun card, right? I think there is there is sunflower seeds on the sun card as well. For some of you, you've been wishing and wanting this king, right? This king aspect or this queen aspect to come. I'm saying that because this bracelet has a crown on it. And I feel like if you do not, it's like, don't expect to get love from someone without loving yourself. That's the vibration that I'm getting here. But yeah, that's overall what I'm getting for you guys. Some of you need to go out in nature also. Do more nature. Go to nature more often than not. I feel like it's going to be a good way for you to center and connect and be with yourself, and more importantly, find out these things that need to be illuminated within you, so you can face them, heal them, love those parts of yourself, right? Because for me, shadow work is like finding these parts that are still wounded and hurt, and having so much compassion for yourself, so much compassion and empathy for these situations that is creating the healing. Because at the end of the day, that's all we really want, right? We want that empathy, we want that compassion, and who better than to give it than ourselves? Ooh, I think that's a message for me for today. So I have the Rose's Kiss with this beautiful ladybug about to just fly off of this beautiful rose, multicolored rose, and Angel of Jupiter Awaken. We will read it directly from the book. The Rose's Kiss. This talks about, and this is probably going back to connecting with nature, because the Rose's Kiss talks about really feeling and being present with everything, letting everything surprise you. Allow the rose to kiss you with its beauty, right? So, letting the universe surprise you specifically. Everything's a miracle. Everything is magic. Magic is everywhere if we actually open up our eyes to it. Okay. Oops, wrong book. I did it again. 9, right there. Look at that. Take a deep breath and center on the feeling of joy. Can you allow your senses to awaken and connect with your innate desire to experience all life has to offer? Pleasure is part of life. Let yourself surrender to it today. Our modern times often present a false idea of how we are meant to experience the world. Connections are lost and distorted by our over-reliance on technology. Just look around and see how few people actually maintain eye contact or engage in conversation. Instead of tapping away at a screen, pause and consider how you can make more intimate contacts. Connecting with nature, enjoying the sensual pleasures of sex, and or being aware of the sensations of taste, touch, smell, sight, and sound may be important right now. How do your sheets feel? Can you reach out and feel that the heat and softness of your companion animal? Sorry, let me say it again. Can you reach out and feel the heat and softness of your companion animal nestled beside you? Be present to another person, see them, and let yourself be seen. Your 5 senses are aching to be engaged right now. This is an invitation to get out of your head and into your body. You may be a spiritual and intelligent being, but right now the emphasis should be on having a sensory experience. This is a sacred part of this gift of life. By being present to the sensual world, you invite an even deeper spiritual experience. Amazing, isn't it? Perhaps it really is time to stop and kiss the roses. Wow, that is a very important message that we fail to hear, we fail to realize, because again, we've been conditioned to look externally, but in a way that is numbing, right? We forget that everything is felt and touched and smelled through our senses, and when we actually experience that, that is, like, I believe, the true definition of presence. When you're feeling everything with all 5 senses, 6 senses, who knows, maybe your spirit is even touching the other spirits of the rock, of the person, of all that, right? Angel of Jupiter Awakened, 6. Beloved, within you there is magnificence, greatness, and the ability to live boldly, larger and more exuberantly than you may have ever imagined. Awaken that keen spirit, hungry for adventure and new experience. The angel of Jupiter, the spirit of bold expansion and divine generosity, lives within you. Your spirit cannot be made small, but must be free. Start now. Feel the endlessness of your own heart. What can be done today to live bigger? A smile, a yes to the offer of adventure, sharing vulnerability without fear, taking a step forward into the unknown, daring to imagine that the divine doesn't just happen to you, but happens through you as well. Imagine the courage of your own open heart and dare to dream, beloved. The bold divine nature within you is calling you to great things. Now is your time to awaken. This oracle holds a message of guidance for you. You are being given an opportunity that can change your life. Don't hesitate to accept it. If you are acting with more assertiveness, more generosity, more playfulness, and more spiritual authority than usual, this is confirmation that this is coming from a genuine place within you. If you are experiencing some havoc in your life or a sense that things are changing, this oracle comes as affirmation. Yes, there is change, and yes, you're outgrowing what once was, so you will be prepared to receive that which is more suited for your next stage of life. And I feel like for a lot of you, for this message in particular, it's really for the people that kind of experiencing a rift. Know that everything, even if it doesn't feel right, but it is happening for your benefit, for the greater good of both. If that's all you needed to hear today, this is your confirmation. And I think that's it, my group threes. Hopefully this has resonated. Let me know down in the comment section below. Thank you for everybody who has been with me, stuck by me for the last, it's from the beginning. Thank you so much. I see you guys. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Hello to everybody that has just stepped into this channel. Hi, I see you also. Thank you so much for allowing me to take part of this journey called life, and enjoy the next 2 weeks. Enjoy it to its fullest, regardless of what these cards says, regardless of what I said. At the end of the day, your compass is the only compass you should be following, right? That's it. Have a beautiful 2 weeks. See you soon.